There's a common myth about creativity, and how can leaders inspire everyone to be creative and think like innovators?
Well, I think one of the myths about creativity that's very common, and maybe this is the one you're talking about, is that well, some people are creative and then some people aren't. You've got your artists and your designers, and maybe we'll even lump marketers and things like that in there. And then there's the rest of us that have to kind of do just the boring, not creative work. And it's a ridiculous belief, but what is the thing about our brains is we don't really care if a belief is true or not. Your brain is not particularly concerned with if something is true or not true. Your brain just goes, what's the belief that we decided on? I will go to work defending that. And so when you decide I'm not creative, your brain will look for evidence that you're not creative. And when an idea begins to come up, it'll go, no, 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 shut that down. Remember, we're trying to defend this belief. And so what you have to do is start changing that belief so that your brain can justify the new belief, which is actually everyone's creative and every act is creative. When there's no difference between making a sculpture or making a business plan, or there's no difference between creating a work of art or getting a team to collaborate on something. Those are both creative acts. And we have to start acknowledging that and stop saying, well, this one counts and that one doesn't. And when you do open that up, then you start to see, oh, all of these people have creative powers. They just have them in different areas. So this one might be a traditional artistic person who can design our marketing materials and come up with creative slogans and all that. And this person might be able to be creative in the way that we do fundraising and in the way that we manage our capital. And this person might be creative in how do we bring talent into the organization. And we should value all of those people so that we're not just getting creative ideas out of this one small subset, but we're enabling everyone to be a participant in the creative process.
Yeah, I feel like you're preaching to the preacher, even in sales, where it's not viewed as a creative industry. Yes, you mentioned marketing and branding and maybe there's design and stuff, but the act of selling, not only is there's a predisposition and a judgment against it, but I always tell my team, I feel like I'm in a workshop. I might not have the carpenter's smock on or apron on and the tools, but I'm in there creating and really doing things from nothing. So when I say you're preaching to the preacher, you're speaking to me, but that's true for surgeons. It's true for lawyers. I mean, even bond lawyers, it requires creativity to find your way out of some situations that are, that aren't conventional.